So, hi everybody. I don't know if you hear me, yeah? Everybody hear me? Cool. So, thank you so much to Big Festival to invite me. So, I will introduce you our blockchain game, The Sandbox. We have been working on this game for 18 months now. And the idea here is to try to explain, how many of you are developers? Okay. And how many of you owns a wallet, a crypto wallet? Okay, very, very little. So I try to explain a bit like about blockchain gaming and how we move an existing title, which is the Sandbox. How many of you heard about the Sandbox before? Okay, quite a lot. So let me explain a bit what we did so far. We created Pixel almost 10 years ago. We focused doing mobile games. And, you know, when you do gaming, like you try a lot of games and sometimes you get the chance to get a hit. And Sandbox was our very first hit after many other tries. We did 40 million install on mobile. And the main idea of the game was to do a user-generated content game where players could create their own levels in mobile. So like it's like a Mario Maker for mobile in pixel. So we built a strong community. People were able to upload their creation. They upload pixel art. They upload platformers. They upload runners. So when you play the Sandbox, you basically play over millions of creation made by players, like you do in Minecraft, like you do in Roblox, Geometry Dash, this kind of user-generated content games. So 1.5 years ago, following this concept of user-generated content game, like UGC, we saw an amazing opportunity to use the blockchain for UGC experience. So this is the new Sandbox. So like we move from a mobile version to a multi-platform and multi-experience kind of games. So instead of having just one mobile game with one experience, now you're going to have different software, different used to play the game. So like first, we created a software to create the content. So we offer artists, voxel artists, to use VoxEdit to create, like they do in Lego, all the assets for the games. So all the content you're going to see in the game on the trailer will be made by players, by artists. So this is the software VoxEdit. And if you see VoxEdit, it's the very first product that is available online on the website voxedit.io. The second thing we decided to develop is a web-based product, is the marketplace. So basically on the Sandbox, I'm going to get in deeper on this concept later. It's a metaverse where players can use the marketplace to trade and add assets on their land and on their metaverse. And the third part of the game, which is still in development and will be ready probably in 1 year, is a game maker. So Sandbox is a game maker. It's a very easy game maker, like it's close to Lego, it's close to the kind of very easy experience that we want to offer to creators. So this is a trailer. I'm not sure you're going to have the sound, but do you have the sound? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I think the trailer explained pretty well like all the different products that we want to develop in the next few months. So I'm getting back a little bit on the user-generated content market here. Probably the most famous is Lego. Lego is a fantastic brand. It's still growing a lot, but obviously Minecraft and Roblox have been created a digital version of Lego that players and young players really enjoy to play. So when you build a community of makers, you're impressed by their creation. Like you're really impressed about the time they can dedicate doing and making their creation. So like what you see on Roblox is like how engaged are the players and how many hours they can spend building. We probably all see on Minecraft like how the community were able to rebuild a country like Denmark or doing Westeros, or like how you like mixing making tools with the multiplayers can definitely create like amazing creation, like some things that probably the developer itself could not even imagine or be able to do it itself. So to understand our product and to understand what we want to do at Sandbox, we decided to go to voxel. So voxel, our volumetric pixel. We think like voxel is probably, if you want to build a user-generated content product, we think it's the easiest way. It's pretty easy for players, and specifically after Minecraft, to create in voxel. So what we want to do on the blockchain is to make what the blockchain offers. It's to make every asset unique and create a true ownership. So the true ownership means that every asset that's going to be uploaded on our marketplace will be stored on Ethereum blockchain as a ERC 1155, which means like this content will be owned by the artist and by the players independently of the companies. Like if Pixel or Sandbox does not exist anymore, this content will still exist and still be owned by this artist and could be reused in other games. So this is VoxEdit. So this is the very first product we launched. We have over 50,000 downloads right now, and we have a few thousand creations. If you're familiar with voxel, there is a software called Magica Voxel, which is the leader of voxel creation, but this software does not enable animation. So this is some testimony about the voxel artists that have been using VoxEdit so far. This is the kind of creation that artists did. And this is the marketplace that we're going to launch in 1 month on sandbox.game. So here is what I said before, like how we involve artists on the ownership. Like instead of just like offering a marketplace, we make them create a wallet, a crypto wallet, where they're going to really see how we convert their asset on a non-fungible token, and how this asset is completely owned by themselves and stored in the Ethereum blockchain. So we decided to create our own cryptocurrency called Sand that will enable, for one of the very first times, there are very few blockchain games with cryptocurrency. That means like, I think gaming will always have a currency. It's very common that like a virtual currency is part of the gaming ecosystem. So that's why also it's pretty easy to understand how you can move virtual currency to cryptocurrency. So what's going to be the difference between a virtual currency and a cryptocurrency? It's like the cryptocurrency will be stored in the blockchain and will be able to be traded by player in a decentralized way. So it means you can go to any exchange and make money and convert your virtual currency into real money or into another virtual currency, trading it with players, with crypto owners, without being inside the game. So if you see the market right now, people engage themselves hours and months and years in a game. They earn a lot of currency, a lot of coins, a lot of diamonds, and most of the time, they are not able to convert it in real money. So it's an unfair model. So, or sometimes you own like an amazing sword on World of Warcraft, and it's pretty hard for you to sell it, or like to sell your characters, or to sell your creation. So the idea of blockchain gaming and introducing crypto is to create a very easy way to players to earn money. So to earn crypto and then to earn real money. So here is how we explain the utility of our cryptocurrency called the sand. When you do cryptocurrency, the first utility is basic, is to make money. It's like, okay, you can convert this cryptocurrency into dollars or into fiat. But it's not only this. Like the idea of the blockchain and the idea of smart contract, it's to create some use around democracy, around voting, around community, like to be able to stake your token and use it in a different way. To explain it easily, it's like the idea of building a metaverse, which is, I think, the best example of blockchain games. It's to convert the experience you have in real life, like renting an apartment, or buying an apartment, or getting a credit to have an apartment, and to be able to do it in a virtual world. To do that, the smart contract that we have been able to develop and what Ethereum community enables, is to guarantee a way to create a financial experience inside a game. And this financial experience is maintained, this financial experience, let's say, it's trust by the technology, by this technology. Instead of telling you, okay, no, I'm going to rent you money, I'm going to give you credits as a company, the fact that you're using smart contract makes the community completely involved and engaged, and they are the ones that decide how this crypto service is going to work. By crowdfunding, by governance, by content policies, by marketplace currencies. So it's really like putting the people on the center of the way the service will work inside the metaverse. So this is also another example about how the content itself will be curated by the community using our smart contract and using the blockchain technology. So let's go maybe like who already bought any NFTs in the room? Cryptokitty or any NFT? Who bought this? Who already bought an NFT in the room? No one. No one. Okay. So the very beginning of NFT was 2 years ago with a company called Cryptokitties. Who heard about Cryptokitties? Okay. So not so many people. So Cryptokitties is the very first company that decided to sell crypto cats, like to sell virtual cats, to be able to breed it and to be able to sell it. They made $1 million, weirdly, but they were able to be the very first one that shows that like owning a virtual asset could make you earn a lot of money. Like Pokemon cards, like a stamp. So like we have been like, if you see the history of game or the history of habits, humans has always been collecting things. So like you like collecting things and bringing value on scarcity, bringing value on offer and demands has been part of how human works. So the fact that now we inside a game, we decided to do it in a smartest way using smart contract and using blockchains, letting people do it without a central intervention. So let's say NFTs is the very beginning of blockchain gaming. I'm gonna leave like, okay, I need to go faster and okay. I go a little bit faster here. How many of you have seen or read the book of the movie Ready Player One? Okay, so Ready Player One, I recommend you this movie or this book. It's about how people may live in the future inside a metaverse. It's basically, we're gonna probably all live in very few square meters and have a better life, better life virtually than in the real world. So it's a movie about this, and it shows like how your avatar can be an extension of yourself, and how clearly there is an issue right now in gaming that you need every time you play a game, you play with another characters. That I think everybody would like to play themselves in every game. So this is how we're going to build the metaverse and enable players to buy part of their lands and then be able to create on their lands different kind of gaming experience. This is our roadmap. This is our next news. All right. So do you have any question? I don't know how the question is going to work, but...
Why did you choose to split the experience between different platforms and different apps?
I think we were doing mobile games, and we realized like each platform has different flavor. We also think like the blockchain, because you need to get your wallet, you need to get MetaMask, you need to go to an exchange. You really need to have a web-based experience. So what you can do on your browser is very limited, because like the rendering, you cannot do a great game inside the browser. So we knew we would need a web-based experience, which is the marketplace, and then the rest will be PC and mobile. But we are quite excited to build a sandbox on different devices and offers different experience on each devices. But the game itself, like the games that like creators will make, this game will be available in mobile and in PC in the exact same way.
Thanks. Why not using Bitcoin itself for the trades inside the games? And can it be used in many different games at the same time?
So so Bitcoin does not enable smart contract. You cannot develop smart contract on the Bitcoin blockchain. You can do it on Ethereum. So the question would be like, why not using Ethereum and not and why create our own currency? I think like many blockchain games just are in Ethereum. Like if you play blockchain games now, you just need Ethereum to play. We decided to create the Sand because of the metaverse and the fact we want to make players able to keep the currency and do vote and create a voting system, which would have been more difficult to do with Ethereum. And your second question was, I think, about the assets and if they can be used on other games. Yes, they can be used in any games. So we hope that Sandbox platform will be the best platform to see our assets. But intercompatibility is definitely something that blockchain gaming offers that probably other platform will not.
And about piracy, and if a player make an asset identical to an asset made by another player?
So the question about the copyright is important. Like if it's pretty easy to copy anything right now. Like so we are also using the sand for this. We are using like a report system. Technically, we are trying to develop for certain assets based on the number of voxel. If your creation has 2 voxel, it doesn't matter if you get copy. But if your asset, if you do the Eiffel Tower and you spend like 3 months doing the Eiffel Towers, it makes sense that we can really use the community to protect your assets.
Did you have some Ethereum community sponsorship?
So, like I think the closest community for Ethereum, it's called Consensus, CONSENSYS, which is a decentralized company that has been created by the founder of Ethereum, one of the co-founders of Ethereum. And did they help us? Not really, but they help. Like definitely, Consensus is the best contact or companies that can help to understand blockchain gaming or blockchain in general for Ethereum.
Hi. Did these slides will be available for us? Did this slide will be available for us? For us? Ok. Você vai disponibilizar esses slides para a gente? Okay, thank you.
Yes, we can make those slides available. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Or you wanted?
Thank you. One of the things that happens when people try to lawsuit a game for like banning them, and they say, "Oh, but I spent so money on this. You can ban me because they infringe community laws." The thing is that it doesn't have real world value when you spend money in a game. If your hope is to make your currency have real world value, you can trade for money easily. How are you going to deal with that?
Well, that's a great question. Like, I think like the issue with cryptocurrency, it's very unstable. It's how many speculators. So like when we're gonna launch the currency on an exchange, like the currencies can grow or can just grow and get bumped. But I think it's a risk we're gonna take. And what I always say, it's not like Fortnite or other currency are really fair with you guys, are really fair with us. So it's not like you have like a super fair world, and I think the same for Bitcoins. Some people say, oh yeah, Bitcoin is a scam, or Bitcoin is a market-making currency, but honestly, if you look at how the financial and how the business works in general, I'm not saying like everything is a scam, but I'm saying like everything is very unstable. And probably now Bitcoin, and specifically the last 4 days, shows us again that like it's getting really crazy really fast. But to talk about Bitcoin 1 second, like if you see like the growth of Bitcoin the last 5 days, it's the same as the gold. So there was like a huge attraction for gold that exists for 3,000 years. And the exact same growth, like 50% more or 100% more, went for Bitcoins and for gold. So in our games, how are we going to try to keep the money stable and protect our players? I think it's like we have enough, it's like working like a central bank. We have enough currency ourselves to protect our players and be sure that like that the games that does not create some being unfair. But we're also saying it's interesting, like to play a game where you can make money, to like a game like speculating. It's a game itself, you know. So I think it's also like targeting an audience that also wants to play with the idea of offer and demand in a very easy way. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.